Alright guys, this is your boy Groovies, and today we are going to talk about lean marketing for your clothing brand. You guys probably remember we already did a video. It is lean merchandising. That video is all about how to quickly and easily create products for your collection. This is the part 2, the second video. These two systems are really meant to be used together to get products made, get them launched, and start making sales for your clothing brand. If you're selling apparel online, marketing your clothing line is one of the most important things that you can do, no matter how good your products are. If you do not get people to your website, you won't be making sales. So this approach is basically like the minimum viable, like the least amount of things that you can do to have a pretty strong marketing approach for your collection. Remember, if you haven't seen the lean merchandising video, go back and check that out. It's all about releasing products consistently over time, like doing one collection a month. You might be thinking, wow, that's crazy, that's a lot of products putting out there. It doesn't mean that your collection has to be huge. That lean merchandising is really all about doing 3 products every month. So from a marketing perspective, we are also going to be using that 1 month time frame to basically get your collection launched. And through, just as a side note, there's a ton of different ways that you can market things nowadays, more than ever, with the internet and all the crazy stuff that you can do. This is just one way to do it. If you guys have tips or tricks that you think are good or have worked for you, dude, you gotta share that in the comments box below. But here we go. Let's get into lean marketing for your clothing line. So you are basically gonna be developing really 3 different assets as part of lean marketing, and you're going to need really 3 tools to make this all happen. You're going to need some email marketing platform. That could be like a MailChimp or a Klaviyo. There's a bunch of them. A lot of them are in the Shopify App Store already. A ton of these mail programs also have free trials. Like, they're free to get started with. You could have hundreds of contacts or thousands of contacts. Every platform's a little bit different, but if you're just getting started, having an email marketing platform, 2 thumbs up, especially if that's free or very close to free to get started with. It's just like putting money in your pocket. Other thing that you're gonna need is Facebook ads. Facebook ads is definitely a pay to play type of scenario, so you're gonna have to put a little bit of money into marketing, but if you want to make money, you got to spend some money, so that just is what it is. And the last thing that you're going to use is be creating a landing page or a squeeze page. So that's what it's all about. Basically, in the first week of your lean merchandising cycle, you are going to be creating and designing your products and ordering your samples. By the end of the second week, you should already have your samples in hand. It takes about a week or so to make products and get them into your hands. So you're basically like 2 weeks in. At that second week, you are gonna start your marketing for that collection, launching that collection at the end of the month. That gives you 2 weeks to get everything going. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is create an awesome landing page for your collection. On your landing page, you're gonna make it into a squeeze page. A squeeze page is a crazy marketing term that just basically says you wanna get some information from your users. And what we're gonna be squeezing people for is their email address. So on our landing page, I personally like a center grid page. That's basically just a super simple web page. And in the center of that web page is a box for people to put their email in and give it to you. And the reason they're gonna give it to you is because you are great at writing copy. What copy is it's words on the page. You need to pick people's interest, make them interested in what is coming up. If you are not super excited about your collection, you have a problem. This needs to be something that you are excited about. You need to push that excitement out to other people and get them excited. On your squeeze landing page, you should have an enormous promise that you are making to people. They're gonna give you their email address because you're gonna promise them that they are gonna be the first ones to know about your collection. And if it's limited edition or if there's anything like that, we'll give you a link of 101 great examples of copy headlines that you can use, you can go through. These are copy headlines that have they've been proven out to work over the last hundreds of years. Some of them are a little bit weird, some of them are awkward. I will also give you a link to my copy blogger where you can do a bunch more research on your own on writing good copy. But your squeeze page, it is essentially gonna be a big old headline that grabs people's interest, and you're gonna make them a promise, and you're gonna get their email address. In the background of that squeeze page, you can have some awesome imagery about your brand, about the mission of your brand, about something that your audience will love. You have to intrigue these people and get them to give you their email address. Oh, that was hard. And throughout the next 2 weeks, everything you do is gonna be driving attention and page views back to that landing page for your collection to get more and more email addresses. So what you're really trying to build towards here is, as people are coming to your page, you're getting page views there, and as people are signing up, you're getting their email addresses. Those are the 2 ways that you're gonna follow up with people once you launch your collection. So when your collection comes around, let's just like fast forward through those 2 weeks, it's now launch day, you're gonna be doing Facebook ads and retargeting people who are at your landing page to come back and let them know that the launch is on and the collection is now available. If you're not sure what retargeting is, it's basically a way that your users become cookied. So you're tracking all the users in the universe who are going to your page. And essentially, you're gonna be telling Facebook to say, hey, now all those people that came to this page, I wanna start serving them ads. The reason you wanna do this is because retargeting is like the lowest hanging fruit on the Facebook marketing ladder. It's somebody who's already been to your page, they've already shown interest, they've already checked it out. Getting them to come back now that the collection is live, you already have that intrigue built up, and you should be able to get them to come back using Facebook ads. So that's the first thing. The second thing that you're gonna be doing is sending an email to everyone, letting them know that the collection is available. They gave you their email address in order to notify them when it's available. You are now gonna notify them when it's available. Using those 2 things, email and Facebook ads, to retarget people, that is the bread and butter. That's how you make breakfast toast. That is a great way to drive a bunch of hype, a bunch of interest about your collection, and get a lot of people to your collection page the day it goes live. You do not want to be starting marketing for your collection the day it's live. You should not set your collection live and then be like, hey guys, everyone, my collection's live, check it out. You didn't build interest, you didn't build intrigue. You gotta put that stuff out there early and let people marinate on it, let them think about it. Even if you get them to come to your page on day 1 of that 2nd week, you want to touch them a couple times leading up to your collection. So the other great thing about this merchandising and marketing cycle is, now that you have your sample in hand, over the course of those 2 weeks while you are leaking out your collection page, you should be building up your photograph and your video assets about your products. That means doing lifestyle photography. We've made a video about how to do lifestyle photography. There is also doing flat product photography. We've given you guys a video about how to do flat product photography for your products. And so you could be leaking out those images over the course of those 2 weeks. Remember, keep the intrigue up. Don't launch the collection yet. It's not live yet. You're just teasing people. So maybe a nice super focused detail shot could do it. If there's other people out in your community, collaborators that you can work with, maybe they can give you a shout out about the collection coming up. All of those things will build momentum towards your collection and help you get a lot of attention going and release strong. All right, well, I know what you're saying. You might be asking yourself, or your groupies, you're talking about getting page views, you're talking about getting email addresses. None of those things are money. You're crazy. You're just crazy. And my response to that would be something along these lines. Hey, page view, that's an asset. That has value to it, because once you have a page view, you have a chance of bringing that person back to your site through retargeting. If you have somebody's email address, that is also valuable, because you have the opportunity to send them an email and get them to come back to your site. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do you keep talking about getting people to come back? Don't we want them to buy the first time they're there? Yeah, of course we do. Getting somebody to buy the first time is amazing. That's awesome. But the reality of marketing, especially e-commerce marketing, is that returning visitors are far, far, far more likely to make a purchase than a first-time visitor. That is why it's important that you leak out your collection up front, start building interest, start getting intrigue. You are having an ongoing conversation with people. It's not like, hey, nice to meet you. You want to buy something? It's just a little bit more nuanced. And that's why page views and email addresses are so important to your marketing. That is the Lean Marketing Program. It all happens in about 2 weeks. It is the way to leak out your collection and drive a bunch of interest and launch strong. All right, guys, if you have questions, please post them in the comments box below. I am happy to answer those for you. If you guys thought this video was helpful, please hit the thumbs up, the like button, and we'll be sure to make more videos like this to help you guys market and sell your clothing line online. All right, peace be with you guys. I hope this video helps. Later. You may also be asking yourself, Groobies, you are crazy. I know what you're talking about with this squeeze page, but could you give me a couple examples? And I will do that. I will throw 3 links below in the description of squeeze pages that I thought were really well done. They probably can't be clothing lines, just because the squeeze page comes down, the collection goes up. There's a bunch of software companies that do squeeze pages really well. I'll hit you with one of those.